Okay. Wait, what did I say? I'm the park queen, Allie Weaver.
And I'm the movie buff.
And today we have Miss Fletcher.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. So today on our podcast, we're going to be talking about the evolution of Disney princesses today. So first question we all have to ask today, what is your favorite, let's do top 5 favorite Disney princesses.
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't think I have a specific order for my top 5, but I do have 5 favorites. Do you want me to just list them all?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say my top 5 favorite Disney princesses, in no particular order, are Jasmine, Pocahontas, Mulan, Merida, and Belle. And most of them are because I like the way they sing, which makes sense.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's real.
And Allie, would you like to go next?
Yes, please. Okay, so my top 5 official Disney princesses are, my first one is Ariel, and also the 5 through 2 are just kind of like put out there, so I just never had an order, and then the number 1 is like, yes.
I know.
But number 5 is Ariel, number 4 is Aurora, number 3 is Merida, number 2 is Moana because like Moana. And number 1, Rapunzel.
Yes.
Rapunzel. I've always liked her since I was like a little tiny
itsy-bitsy
like
spider.
a tiny little bean.
Okay, so my top 5 are, Merida's actually my number 5, and then Jasmine, and then Mulan, and then Belle, and then my actual favorite is Rapunzel. Like my number 1.
We have 4 out of 5 in common.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I just like how they're like, not like, bam, like a princess, but like they have like their own way of type princess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Bold character.
yeah. Instead of being like, kind of, no hate to Snow White, but yeah, not like a girl's like,
Kind of fluffy, isn't she?
yeah, she's kind of like, I want a prince so badly.
Oh, I'm so basic. Ouch, I just roasted.
Speaking of Snow White, in the Disney film line, she's our number 1 top colored. She's like our first colored movie out there for like the 1960s, I'm pretty sure. And let's talk about her for a couple seconds here. And the animation style of the princesses are pretty good. Snow White is like, you know?
Yeah, I really you know? And I was like, I like Snow White. She's not my favorite. I don't know why. She just doesn't call to me. I also think that her story's a little bit
Basic.
weird.
Original.
Like, it's kind of like, oh, you're in the forest and your stepmother just was like, yeah, bye. I'm gonna try to murder you, and my new husband is gonna be okay with that. Like
Huntsman or whatever.
Unbelievable, yeah?
Yeah.
What's your opinion on her?
So I think Snow White was super innovative for her time. If you think about when they were creating that story and when they were doing the animation, it was amazing. I mean, they didn't have a lot of colored films back then or that style of animation. So I think it was really novel and new. But you're right. It didn't age super well, I don't think. I don't think Snow White is a very relatable story these days. And can we talk for a moment about her voice? Her singing voice. It is the strangest, and again, that was kind of like the ideal sound in that decade. Oof, but it is hard to listen to. Super shrill, and her vibrato is really fast and fluttery. And
oh yeah, by the way, Miss Fletcher is a choir teacher here, so the
sorry,
choir,
everything is through the lens
I
of
know,
music.
yes.
Yes. And then Tante, one of the like, huh?
Yeah,
like. I was like, the first thing I thought of was Snow White.
Yeah.
But a couple days ago, I was actually watching Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. Help. And my sister was like, why is her voice so high-pitched like that? Like, she's not like the other Disney princesses. I'm like, you're lucky you're born in like the 2000s, girl.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually pretty good for, like, their time. But, like, now we have, like,
for Walt Disney.
Wish and stuff like that.
Yeah, but that was the ideal, you guys. That's what people wanted to sound like. That's the crazy part. If you watch other movies or listen to music from that era, that's what the women wanted. They wanted to sound young and kind of, pretty in that way, kind of dainty in their voice. And And now we really idealize a strong female character, right? That's what we think is cool now.
Yeah,
not the dainty waif that needs someone to come in and rescue them.
Yeah,
now we want the woman to be strong.
As well as
We want
Aurora
Moana
as well.
We want Moana. Yeah.
And Aurora, on the other hand, is also kind of like her, but with a different story, of course. Like, I can't do that. It's like, she's just, like, they're sleeping for, like, forever. It seems like a short amount of time in the movie, but it's such a long time since, And she's just, like, of course, her parents did talk about no spinning wheels, and, of course, she's, like, that. She's kind of like a modern teenager. She's kind of like, no, I don't want to, like, listen to my parents. And she kind of, like, just did it, and she got the consequences. And then she had a prince come up to her, kiss her, whatever. And it was just, like, really out of the sort, you know?
Yeah.
Ali, your opinion on her too?
I like Aurora and other Disney princesses, but Aurora's like, wait, was Aurora in my top? Yes, she was number 4.
Sorry, but
the brain cells. But I like Aurora. I don't know why, but I just like sort of always had a connection to her, and also so does my mother. Like honestly, I was like, as a child, I was like, yo, moms, what's your favorite Disney princess? She was like, how am I supposed to know this?
Can you pinpoint why you like Aurora? Like, what made you
like
put her on your list?
I don't know. I just kind of like. I also love her hair. Like her hair.
her hair's always perfect.
I mean, she's blonde and she wears a pretty pink dress.
I mean,
And
yeah, that's like my
doesn't
dream.
love that?
That's like my
Yes,
dream.
yes.
That's like
And
as
also
a
changes to
child.
blue and pink as well during like the fairies. I do not know their names because I'm
Flora, Fauna, Merriweather.
that
facts, girl.
Yeah, I just don't know their names because I don't watch it that often, as well as I watch Cinderella. So yeah, let's go on.
I think it's totally legit to say that you're attracted to a princess's aesthetic.
Yeah.
Like just their
Yes.
look.
That's kind of
and it
what I-
doesn't necessarily need to be that you like their character or their voice or their storyline, but you just like the way they look.
That's
I think
me with
that's totally
Cinderella.
right.
For me,
That's
the
my
storyline
Cinderella
was
and
kind
Aurora.
of a little odd
Yeah,
to me.
yeah.
Like I was like, oh, okay. I also like the newer Disney movies better than like the older ones, like Snow White, Cinderella.
Personally, I like the older ones.
I personally like the newer ones, like Merida. Which did you know Merida's technically not a Disney princess?
Oh,
She's Pixar. Pixar made her. She's classified as a Disney princess, like in my book
Because
right here.
Disney owns Pixar.
Disney owns Pixar, but she's not like an official like in the Disney category. Then there's the Pixar, and then there's like
And then she's in the Pixar one, but she's not included.
Yeah.
She's included in Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet for the Disney. And then while they say that, I watched it a couple days ago, and they're like, "Oh no, she's from the other studio."
oh.
she's
like,
from the other studio.
The other princesses were like, "She's from the other studio," meaning like that's.
Oh,
what
wait.
we're talking about.
Pixar.
Pixar,
Sorry,
yeah.
Disney.
No,
Yes,
like,
I'm tracking.
Sorry if it didn't make sense, but yeah, and so, yeah.
Yeah, I like Merida though because she's independent.
I also
Yeah.
like her hair. It looks
Yeah,
like
her
exactly.
hair's
It looked
so
like my
cool.
dad's when he was like in some grade. I don't know.
But do you
when.
think if they were to create that movie or that
In
storyline
live action?
back in the 30s when they were doing things like Snow White, I don't think it would have landed well.
No, it wouldn't.
Probably not.
And
Everyone wouldn't want to really see that.
No.
Because
No,
they
it was
wanted. They
too far ahead of its time.
Like you said, Miss Fletcher. They wanted like, oh, I'm a dainty princess
Come
with
rescue me.
like Glinda from the new Wicked movie. She's like,
Yes.
oh, I need a dainty. I'm a princess. Toss toss.
Yeah.
And then the dude, I can't remember his name for my life. The dude that likes Elphaba too, and Glinda. But he's
The
like
prince or whatever. I don't
the
know.
what are the one that's like
Guys,
I'm the
we're not
new.
even talking about Disney anymore.
I don't know.
So let's get back on track a little bit. Let's talk about Cinderella because she's the next on our line. Cinderella is a little bit, personally, I think she's more matured than the other two, Aurora and Snow White. Just realized Snow White is not like a name like you would go up to a random kid and be like, hey, Snow White. Like Aurora is more like actually like a name, and Cinderella is also kind of more fitting with like Snow White and stuff like that. But Cinderella is kind of more like, I would say it's more a little bit more like reality, a little bit more
Relatable.
based. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because for like a bunch of young girls and some boys, like they have to do chores a lot, like 4 or 3 or something. That's a lot of chores for them. And yeah, she's just like, she's like that, but she also has a fairy godmother and stuff, bringing it back to, like, still a fairy tale type based stuff.
I agree with you when you say that her storyline is a little bit more relatable because she, she's a kid of, like, her mom died in the story, and then her dad remarried, and the new wife, the stepmom, is not nice to her. And so she's forced to take on the role of servant in the household. And actually, Cinderella is her nickname.
Oh,
yeah.
Do you know her actual name?
I don't know what her real name is, but Cinderella is a nickname because
I had my phone.
because she has to clean up all the cinders.
Oh, yeah, because
she's dirty because she's
slept
Well, her name
fire.
is actually
Yes.
Ella, I'm pretty sure.
Ella,
Yeah.
Ella.
Because, like,
In the
Cinderella.
live action.
Yeah. And, let's also talk about the art style about it, too.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more, like more matured as well, because Snow White is a little bit, like, I would say, like, the animation's good and all, but, like, the art style changes over time. Like, if we're talking about Snow White and the new movie, which that came out last year, I'm pretty sure, that is totally different from each other. Disney has grown in art styles and stuff, and as well from Cinderella and Snow White, they're kind of different as well.
Yeah.
What they do is, like, from, like, when they were in the 30s, it was more, like, hand-drawn animation, and now, like, they have, like, whole character, like, they make the character, and they have, like, shape the face and stuff. On computers, and then they, like, then they have, like, a file for them, and then they can like, just shape them into any pose, and it's very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, just think about how much our animation has changed in the past couple years. Looking back at a movie like Toy Story compared to some of the new, like, Pixar movies, and how much our animation has evolved.
In Toy Story, we have, like, that more older type of kind of art style animation. But if you've seen Toy Story 4, it's, like, more, like, not matured, but, like, air quotes, better than it is in, like, the older Toy Story and stuff like that. It's, like, has better, like, lighting and shading as well, if that's what I'm trying to bring up. And, yeah, it's just, like...
more detail in general. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Which
the
I think-
background's more...
Which is another reason why Brave wouldn't have been as cool back in the day, because so much of what makes Brave amazing is how fantastical their animation is. How magical all of the special effects that they use. Merida's hair, for example.
Yeah.
You would never have been able to create that.
Like, she can jump, and then her hair just,
her
like...
curls bounce. Yes.
Bounce, but, like, back then, her curls would just be, like... Ding, 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 like, slightly moves.
Yeah.
Really it.
And when I was younger, I actually... like, when I was, like, able to, like, go on Disney Plus and stuff and, like, watch stuff from Disney Plus, I was like, Merida's hair is so pretty. I want that type of hair. But that's when, like...
You have that type of hair. You have the curls.
You know, when I was younger, I had straight, like, pin straight hair. And then for some reason, when I came to here, like, to this location... yeah. It's weird.
It's, like, air temperature sort of
It's
thing.
magic.
Science! Yeah.
Yay! Okay, we're going off topic again. So, I'm not sure what Disney movie's actually next other than Cinderella, but we can go to, like... Let's talk about Princess and the Frog, because that's, like, pretty, like, different from Snow White, because she's pitch white and her, like, lips are... I'm sorry.
No, you can go.
She's, like, that perfect model of, like, what a girl's dream when she was younger would look like. But Tiana over here is a black woman who wants to have her own restaurant. She's, like, a diva. That's all I have to say.
Diva.
And personally, I also really liked Princess and the Frog when I was younger. I was like, I want to be like her too. And because, like, it has the Disney touch to it, but it has that more reality. It starts in, like New
Orleans.
Yeah. And it's, like, totally different from where, like, most Disney movies are, like, in Europe and stuff. Like, like, Snow White and Aurora and Rapunzel and stuff like that.
Rapunzel's Germany, I'm pretty sure.
Still in Europe.
Oh, wait. I'm not very good at geography. Have you seen me in social studies?
Oh, yeah, you're fine.
Like,
you're
dying.
good. And she's just, like, in the United States, and she's, like, living her, air quotes, best life, but, like, that's how, like, If we're talking about, like, a woman who's starting her new life and stuff, like, she moves somewhere, she needs to find a job, it's kind of like what she's based off of, kind of. And
it's not a fairy tale setting. This is a real life setting, and it's not glamorous at all, but she's striving for career and success and not looking for a guy.
Yeah. And then
Except
Princess
then she
Naveen
finds one and then
She finds a frog. Yeah.
she finds
a
a
frog.
frog. And she's like, you want a kiss, don't you? She's like, I'll take a kiss. And she's like, what the? Because I've watched it over a million times. And in the beginning, she was like a girl. Her dad was in like the military, I'm pretty sure. And she was like, it's like still where like black people weren't like 100% like in the same as white people. And they were like in a small neighborhood-ish area with a bunch of other black people. And they were all happy together. And then her father died, I'm pretty sure. And then it was just her and her mom. And she grows up to want to be a cook. Like, her dad, like, made this great, forgot what it was, but she really liked it, and she made it a lot. And
Was it gumbo?
yeah, it was gumbo.
Yeah, okay.
And she's like, she wanted to make her restaurant, and that'd be, like, her main dish to be the gumbo. And it's just that she was, like, kind of, like, an inspiration for me personally. For, like, how life should be and stuff like that. What's your opinion on her anyways?
Well, I've never really watched Princess and the Frog. I mean, I've watched it before, but I don't really remember it. Again, more into the newer Disney films, but also, like, the animation. It's like, you have Snow White, where there's just, like, her moving every once in a while, and then there's, like, this one where you can see, like, glows, and you can see all this stuff, like...
And her dress swaying, too.
Yeah, and the dress swaying, and, like, and it's hand-drawn animation. It's not... Computer generated, and it's really not. And, like, I also kind of like how it's, like, her trying to get, like, her own way.
Yes.
Like, she's like, I want to open this business and not be a waitress anymore. Please and thank you.
And then she can't get it, apparently, because she doesn't have enough money for it.
Yeah.
And then, because someone else paid more than her. But Princess Naveen helps her, and it just ends up perfectly for her. And her best friend, Charlotte, I'm pretty sure, right? I forgot her name. I'm pretty sure it's Charlotte. She's kind of like the Glinda to the alphabet. These are like the new pair.
Yes, yes.
And she wants to be married to a prince. She was excited when Prince Naveen came, and she was like, at the end, she's like, whatever it takes for you to get your own way, Tiana. And then she kisses Naveen, and then it doesn't really work out, and then at the end, it all works out for all of them.
Well, because she wasn't technically a princess until, like, she got married to the prince.
Yeah.
She wasn't a prince. He's like, hey, want a kiss? And she's like, you're a frog.
Would you kiss a frog?
Would you kiss a frog?
If it talked to me, I'd probably pass out by that. Like,
oh, yeah, me too.
I'd hear it, and I'd be like, bye.
To the original tale of Princess and the Frog, it's totally different from the Disney version because that girl, she was greedy instead of like Tiana being that greedy girl, but she was not greedy at all. She got her golden ball stuck in a well. The frog got it out for her and said, can I like stay at your house? And then it happened over and over again. And in the end, it didn't go well for her apparently, and the frog got his way and stuff like that. Apparently. It's like totally different. Oh, and I just remembered The Little Mermaid also, because I totally forgot about that. It's also a good storyline as well, but it's like more fictional, you know?
What, mermaids?
The Little Mermaid. Sorry, I was, because like, I was thinking about the original stories and then how The Little Mermaid is also kind of different, but I forgot how it is because I'm silly. But The Little Mermaid, I forgot about it, and I moved on to Princess and the Frog because she's like so inspirational. But if we go back to when we're like elevational and stuff like that, The Little Mermaid would be like next in line probably. And let's talk about her story for a little bit, and then we can go back to like the newer-ish movies because that's what I was like into and stuff like that. It's still on.
I know. I'm checking what time it is.
Oh, you're fine.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, back to talking about Disney. So The Little Mermaid is very, very different from the other characters. She's a mermaid, of course, and she can't speak when she isn't a mermaid and stuff like that. And yeah, she's totally different. She's in love with the human. She wants to be with the humans. She goes up to Ursula. Apparently, she's her aunt or something. That's what I've heard from stuff like that.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
Oh my, yeah.
She is. So Ursula is Ariel's dad's sister.
Yeah.
And I don't think, I'm not sure if she knows that she's her aunt or any whatever and stuff like that, but yeah. And she wants to be with her, air quotes, prince, even though she saved him. He was like, who is this mysterious woman? And when she became a human, she couldn't talk at all. She's like, it's me. And she couldn't do that. So he had to, like, when saying that Ursula became a human as well and took Ariel's voice, he got hypnotized by Ursula and stuff like that. And Ariel was heartbroken. And she's heartbroken. And in the end, she did get with, I forgot his name.
Prince Eric.
Yeah, Prince Eric. Yeah. And stuff like that. And I wanted to talk about how, like, different she is compared to also against Snow White, and then her, and also, like, the animation and colors are like that. Like, they're pretty different. Allie, do you have anything about Ariel?
Well, I really like, again, like, the appearance of Ariel. She's pretty. She has her hair that, like, as a kid, like, I'd go into the bathtub and do the same thing where I'd get my hair under and then
Under
just
the
go
water and flip it over.
Yeah, or like I'd go like this,
Yes.
like under in the water, and I'd be like,
I'm a mermaid.
and my dad thought it was the strangest thing, but just let it happen. Look at me now.
Miss
Turned
Fletcher,
out
do you
okay.
have anything about
Well,
Ariel?
okay, so can we just have a moment for the music?
Oh,
Yes.
So I feel like The Little Mermaid has some of the most remembered and known music of the Disney movies,
Yeah.
Disney princess movies,
Like,
compared to like Snow White and Sleeping Beauty, you know, and as they become more current,
It's more
people
remembered.
know them more. But I feel like Little Mermaid's kind of an anomaly when people know most of the music
yeah,
from
like,
that movie,
like
even
Under
though it's
the
older.
Sea. Like Under the Sea and Part of Your
Part
World.
of Your World.
Like, when...
Yeah, Kiss the Girl.
Kiss the Girl.
Sha-la-la-la-la, don't be shy.
And then, when I actually went to Disneyland for the first time, I went to the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique.
Yes.
And I was Ariel because I was so obsessed with the music when I was younger. It's like, Dad, can you put on The Little Mermaid in the car? He's like, we can't watch it. We don't have the DVD, you know, like. Yeah. And because he'd like put it in and we would watch it, and I was like super upset about it. But we did have like Mulan and stuff, so that's why she's one of my favorites. Anyways, and like her music is amazing, and plus the actor. Like the voice actor, for her is great. She's actually still alive, if you don't know that. And she's just like great. I would love to meet her in person if I can someday, hopefully.
Can you imagine?
Yeah,
What would you say? What would you
I'd
say?
be like, you're like, she's super inspiring, actually, because kind of for some reason she's just inspiring, but also like, yeah. Allie, what would you do if you actually met the voice actor of her?
Well, if I met the voice actor, I'd be like, yo, can you sing Part of That World? Like, or like, can you sing this or that? Or like, what was your experience singing these songs or whatever?
Oh, another Disney movie, I just remembered, Alice in Wonderland, actually. The voice
yes.
actor for Alice would wear the costume of Alice and, like, be part of the character of her.
Wow.
And
Just to really embody.
Yeah,
who she
embody the
was.
character. And, like, she would be dressed up in the cute bow and a cute dress and be, like, all adorable. Like, she was a 10-year-old girl being Alice, being that amazing character.
Wow.
And, like, Alice in Wonderland is just great, too. Yeah.
But like, the theme park queen in me is just like, please update the ride. Like, she's
Little Mermaid ride?
she's falling apart. Have you seen? Okay, so
Yeah.
there's animatronic fails,
Oh, yeah, all
and
the
she
time.
her eyes
I
blink.
think her face in general.
Yeah.
And all of the.
Give her an update, people. Like, she needs it.
Yeah, and some of the holographs, like, you know, for, like, the screening in the background, some rides, they would, like, just turn off and it would be, like, really awkward to be on it. Like, Splash Mountain has a change. We all know about Tiana's Bayou and stuff like that.
R.I.P. Splash Mountain.
Yeah, I was actually kind of afraid of it when I was younger. I have a picture. Yes.
I have a
So was
photo.
I. Oh, so was
I have
I.
a photo of me like my hair up
Yeah, that's
with
me!
like my scared
Little Allie.
like I was like 10 and I was like falling down this hill and my dad's in the front like with his angry face like I'm like, Dad, No time to be
When-
bad like that.
Okay, when I was
And my brother
4, I was super scared of heights. I still am, kind of. And so I was like, Mommy, I'm gonna fall. She's like, you're not gonna fall. And she's like holding on to your life. I'm like, Mommy, I'm gonna fall forward. And worst of all is like the thorns are in front of it. And I was like super scared. I was like in the front, and it was like good for me. And I got super scared. And when I got off the ride, I went to the Winnie the Pooh ride. Have you guys been to it?
Yes.
It's my
No,
favorite.
I have not.
Oh, it's
I've
really
sadly
good.
not.
Heffalumps and woozles.
Yeah.
I've seen so many things from it, but
Oh, bringing up Winnie the Pooh. Also, it's like not a Disney princess movie, but it's still a really good movie in general.
Oh, yeah. I love the themes. I love the
Yeah.
themes of friendship in Winnie the Pooh.
Mm-hmm.
It's very sweet.
Like Winnie the Pooh and name Piglet. Like, and like when I search up Disney pals and stuff like that, it would be like Minnie Mouse and Mickey. I thought I said Mickey before Minnie Mouse. Sorry. It would be Mickey Mouse and Minnie and stuff like that. And it would also be there Winnie the Pooh and Piglet, and so would Christopher Robin and yeah. Also live action movies of like. If you haven't heard of, Snow White had a live action that came out earlier.
Yes.
Allie isn't excited for it for some reason.
No.
I'm excited only because, yeah, it's a new Disney live action.
I think some of the live actions have been a bit of a flop.
Kind
though.
of.
And I think it's hard to remake such a beloved classic. So I'll see it.
Yeah,
But I
also see
don't.
it, but I don't know.
I'm not holding out a whole lot of hope that it's going to be my next favorite movie.
Like, when The Little Mermaid came out,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people were like, "Oh, she's black. She's not exactly like the movie." I liked the idea of adding a black girl instead of the perfect white girl with red hair. She was pretty, not based off the movie, but I still loved it. But they add like random songs in it too, which is kind of awkward. Like, yeah.
well, for me, like the Little Mermaid live action, I'm not mad that there was like a black girl doing it, but
Neither.
it's also like I kind of want the original back. Like, don't change something that's not like saying that like it wasn't good or in anything. But I'm not like a big live action fan, and also the things that the actor of Snow White, whatever the heck her name is, the actor that Snow White did, she said so many bad things like behind Disney's back.
Oh, that's
Like on
disappointing.
on her Instagram
Yeah.
or on other stuff.
That's what happens when you work with real people, I guess.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, I've been on YouTube searching up Snow White stuff and stuff like that to talk about this right here. And people were like, she's tan, she's not perfect. Like how people were like with The Little Mermaid and stuff like that. It's a little bit disappointing to see people like angry about including other people, but it's like I can understand them a little bit.
But if you think about it from the perspective of, the black community having some representation in the Disney world is a big deal. That's one of the reasons why Tiana was so
Tiana was like,
important.
bam.
And bringing Tiana to the parks and having kind of the bayou area
And
of the
Moana
park.
too with the
And
tanness
Moana.
and Lilo's.
All of a sudden, people that just feel a little bit underrepresented or forgotten about as a society have a face.
Yeah.
And that's really, really cool.
And let's talk about Lilo and Stitch to live action. I am actually super excited for it because I've seen little clips of it and it looks
I
amazing.
haven't seen any snippets yet,
Yeah.
so.
Stitch is adorable. That's
I'm
all I gotta say. I'm super excited. It's actually 2 days before my birthday when it comes out, and I'm super excited. Allie.
So we're all going for your birthday. That's what I'm
yeah.
wondering.
The whole choir's just gonna come and watch it with us, and but people are also angry too because Lilo's sister apparently isn't the right skin color. And she's like darker than she's supposed to be or lighter one. And you know that one guy, the ice cream guy and stuff like that?
Oh,
like
yes.
The tourist? They got rid of him and his like natural sunburn and stuff like that. They got rid of him. And people were angry about that too. I can understand. I love that guy with like the bottom of my heart. He's amazing. I love how this ice cream keeps on falling every time. But
the changing of storyline bothers people, right?
Yeah.
And okay, back to the elevation of Disney princesses. Let's talk about Allie's favorite princess, Rapunzel.
Yeah. Yes.
Her story. I watched that movie so many times that my parents used to bully me about it, and now I haven't seen it in the past 6 years because I was like, I don't want to see this ever again. but Allie is...
We will be watching it.
We will be watching it.
And if you don't, I will be so depressed.
Yeah, because I've recently wanting to watch it because I saw a clip of it again. I'm like, oh, the art style is great. And, like, I love how, like, the movement of her hair is just, like, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And I... Personally, I love the boat scene because like it has like the perfect lighting and the lanterns are just perfect.
It's magical.
I know, and yeah, the storyline is I love it. I love it a lot. I haven't seen it in forever, but I've read a bunch of like Tangled books and stuff like that, so I like have it in my brain.
Who was her voice? Was that Mandy Moore?
Yeah, Mandy Moore.
Mandy Moore?
Yes. I remember figuring out that she wasn't blonde as like a little 6-year-old, and I was like,
No! It doesn't fit.
I was so depressed. It hurt me. Same thing with Elsa.
I think the music from
Tangled is just like...
from that movie is really singable. And so I think that's one of the best movies for girls to fall in love with, for kids to fall in love with, because it's easy to sing along with.
Yes.
Yeah, like...
Compared to, like, Frozen, that's just hard.
Yeah, like, Let It Go was an inspirational song, I mean, like, it was great, but, I See the Light is, like, perfect for, like, little girls to, like, be, like, watching the movie and being all happy, and it's, like, kind of like a reality of a teenager with, like, kind of strict parents.
Yeah.
Like, they don't go out that much, and then when they do, they're, like, all excited, like how Rapunzel is, because she's locked in a tower for, like, forever, and...
Like,
ever. And, and something else. Anna and Elsa are actually related to Rapunzel in some way. I don't know how.
Also,
Did they
Tarzan
allude to that in the Frozen movies? Or
she's in the Frozen.
movies?
Yes,
she's in it with...
I remember
right
being
into
my 6-year-old night. I saw them. I was like, oh my god!
Yeah, it was in the scene where Anna was leaving the castle gates. It was like, for the first time in forever, she's like hopping on the like sideway, and then you can see Rapunzel and Eugene walking in, like talking to each other, and
wow,
it's like really cool.
Did you also know that Tarzan and Elsa and Anna are related?
how?
Okay. Okay, so you know how they're... This is only a theory in my YouTube brain, but... So, you know how their parents died in,
The
shipwreck. Also...
Tarzan's parents also died in, apparently, like, a trade
shipwreck.
thing. No,
like,
it was like...
No, it was a shipwreck.
They left the shipwreck.
Yeah, they left the shipwreck
And
wreck to go on the island, wherever the heck that was. And so, and then they had another child, Tarzan, which apparently, yeah.
So you think that Anna and Elsa's parents might not have died on the shipwreck?
Yes, but they died later on because Tarzan didn't have any parents after that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
they
somehow
had
they-
gorillas.
Yeah.
Also, the music in Tarzan's pretty chill.
Oh, I love the music.
Also, do you remember the shipwreck from Ariel?
Ariel? Oh, yeah.
That's the same thing. If you look at it, it's
There's
like
so
the
many Disney
same, like...
shipwrecks.
I just
same
don't think we
look.
should ever go on a boat again.
I
That's
mean,
what I'm learning by our conversation.
Yes.
but back to what I was talking about Tarzan's music. Strangers Like Me is like the person who sings it. It's like Phil something.
Collins. Yeah, so
and
good.
he's like he makes other music, which my dad listens to, and I listen to his music, but for Disney, and it's just amazing.
So
I just
good.
love it. Like Strangers Like Me, it's on my Disney playlist with Maddie Moore and other singers too. Like we got Shiny from Moana.
I'm so shiny.
Shiny.
Okay. Can I please go back to Rapunzel? I need to
Okay, yeah, back to
Rapunzel.
Rapunzel. Yeah,
I need to go back to Rapunzel. Like
Yeah.
she's like mine. But like as a kid, when you're a little blonde girl, white hair, blonde, blue eyes girl, and you see Rapunzel, you're like, hey,
Twins.
I want to be like that because like I love her. I loved her long hair. I also love the story.
Inspirational.
But like, there's no theme park ride in America with Rapunzel. There's one
There's a
in
bathroom.
Shanghai.
Uh-huh. I've
But
heard it's
there's-
beautiful.
It's gorgeous. Oh my gosh.
So, when I was younger, I had a dream that Splash Mountain would become like Tangled, and like
Oh.
her hair would like
That
be
would have
running
been-
down. It would be amazing. I would enjoy that ride. Like, give it to me.
So if you were to Park, what's your name?
Park Buff guy, whatever.
Park Buff.
Buff,
If you
movie
were
buff.
to
Same thing.
add one ride to Disney or California Adventure, what do you think that one ride should be?
Okay. Definitely the Tangled one. But I'd also feel like like, so there's, like, a bunch of, like Finding Nemo and stuff like that, and California Adventures and stuff like that. There's Cars, but there's no Merida ride, and I just want one to be, like, kind of like your Merida.
That's what I was thinking.
Like, your Merida, and you're just, like, going through her storyline and stuff. That'd be, like, really cool.
That would be fun.
You'd be on the horses.
Yeah, you'd be on the horses. Yeah, that'd be...
It'd be like Tron, only, like, slower and for children.
Or it could be a ride kind of like Midtown Mania, but they give you a bow and an arrow.
Yes!
And you have to...
Like, hit the...
hit targets. And things.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
But for me, immediately, Rapunzel ride. I want the one in Shanghai, only in English. Thank you very much.
Yes, that would be amazing.
Because they're animatronics, they're so movie and...
Oh, have you seen the Ariel one? Like, they were talking about Ariel's animatronics again. I was actually on one of the malfunction ones when I went to Disneyland for, like, half a month once, and I've seen one of them. Don't look at me like that, Allie. I'm sorry. And I went on one of the rides on Ariel's ride or something. I don't remember when. I just remember I was like, I saw it, and, like, she was, like, all weird and stuff. She wasn't moving, and I'm like, Mommy, why isn't she moving? Oh, it's okay. Is she dead? No.
Well, there's different iterations of Ariel on that ride too. There's some where her mouth will move, some where her eyes will blink, some where she just doesn't.
She doesn't do
Yeah,
anything
she wasn't
except she's
moving
not
any.
Most
Maybe
of
her
the time.
tail.
It's, like,
Most of the
moving and
time,
it's, like,
it's
there.
her eyes that will, like, blink, and she'll stay still and just blink.
That's just creepy.
And
Talk about her hair, because she has this shelf of bangs.
or like that
comes
little,
out, like
that
like
little
in front of her.
Realistically,
So interesting.
Realistically,
Yes.
if anyone had hair like that, I would personally kind of judge them. I'll be like, how can you see in that? Like a new, like, shaders or anything. I can't see the
It's like
center.
wearing a hat. It's like wearing a billed hat all the time.
But, like, the
Except
hair would go,
eyes.
like in front of your eyes.
It's
kind
like
of.
this,
You can't
only
say like
prettier and
Yeah.
less alley-like.
Yeah.
Okay. But can we please move on? Because we've been talking about Disney princesses.
I think
and
we need to get to our
still...
facts.
Yes, our facts and then the
Oh, we
news.
do have
and the
facts and
news.
Okay.
We have our news. Okay.
Our facts.
So, do you want to start with facts or do you want to do news?
Let's go with the facts first.
Okay. Miss Fletcher, would you like to go first?
Okay, so I was looking up facts because I wanted something juicy for you. And maybe this isn't juicy, but I stopped me in my tracks. So the movie creators for The Lion King, they decided that a lion's roar wasn't loud and impressive enough. So all of the lion roars in the movie are actually tigers.
What?
Yes, because tigers' roars are more loud and impressive.
Oh, I can kind of hear it a little bit because when I was younger,
Isn't
I
that
went to
crazy,
Disney a
though?
lot. and stuff like
Okay,
that.
that makes so much. You want to go, Ashley?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, page 27.
I know, I remember. Okay, so my fact is, okay, so Alice from Alice in Wonderland and Wendy from Peter Pan share the same voice. The
Ooh.
voice of Catherine Beaumont, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure how to say her last name, whom the filmmakers were so impressed during her work in Alice in Wonderland, they invited her to the studios 2 years later to work on Wendy when she was 12 years old.
Whoa.
Interesting.
Weird.
I've seen Peter Pan a lot. I've seen...
But you didn't put those pieces together just by hearing it.
Yeah, I personally couldn't hear it together.
Yeah.
But looking back at it, it's, like, so shocking how I didn't notice.
Yeah.
Because the movies are, like, so good. And, like, you can, like, hear Peter. You can hear Wending. What? You can hear Wendy. And stuff like that. And how did I not notice Alice sounds like Wendy?
Yeah.
And Wendy sounds like Alice. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a fact today?
Yes. This is... I got this book for Christmas, and I was looking at... I was looking through it, and I was like, criteria for Disney... What? Okay. So, there's a criteria for Disney princesses. So, hold it.
Here.
You have to... So the best known Disney princesses, some of them aren't actually Disney princesses. Most of them are. Like the ones that we've talked about today, blah blah blah. We've talked about all the Disney princesses except a couple, but
Like Belle.
but then like there's more. There's like Alice isn't an official Disney princess.
Alice? Like
Alice is
from Alice in
not.
Wonderland.
She's not.
Because she's not actually a princess, right?
No, she isn't.
She's just a girl.
She's a
'Cause-
girl living in like the late 80s or something. Late
Yeah.
18s.
1800s.
Sometime, whatever the heck. But so the criteria is that you have to be born into royalty or
In like
be
a tribe or something.
in like a tribe, or you have to be like the princess of something, like the princess of the tribe, or you have to marry into royalty.
Like Cinderella did.
Like how Cinderella did, and Tiana
And Belle.
and Belle. But so
We didn't talk
this.
about Belle.
But so I know this has come up way too many times when I'm talking to people about this. Mulan is not a Disney princess, but she is at the same time. So also, I'm pretty sure she married the prince, the emperor's son or whatever the heck.
Oh yeah, I think it's his son. Yeah.
Actually, he's not a prince. I'm just getting too into this, but she, from her actions as Mulan is not a princess of royal birth. She officially belongs to the group, and Disney justifies saying that Mulan's glorious actions, as well as the fact that she saves her country, gives her a spot in the Disney.
Girls, the bell's gonna ring in 2 minutes.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's end it now, and maybe sometime in the future we can have you on another podcast.
Yeah, I would love to come back.
Okay.
This is really fun. I love it.
I love it.
Thank you, Miss Fletcher.
Yes, happy to join you.
Thank you. That's all for today, and come back for another podcast of the Disney Girls Podcast.
Yay!
Bye, see ya.